Harambe YouTube, it is Uncle Bird here, and I'm going to make this short video to get you guys caught up on what is going on and to explain why I am no longer going to be shopping with Midtown Comics on MidtownComics.com. You know that when I do my unboxing videos, I always say I open the box on screen so that you guys get a look at the service you're going to get when I order from whichever company I happen to order from that week. Now, you will notice that last week we did not have your standard new comic book day unboxing, and this week it is going to be late again. And it's not because I didn't order new comic books. I should have 2 boxes of comics and a whole bunch of reviews on those comics in my hand right now. I placed the earliest order in June, but for some reason that they still have not explained, they did not send out July the 1st, I think it was July 1st. They didn't send out that box of comics until yesterday. I believe that would be July 12th. And then the books for the following week, those are still waiting in New York to be sent to me. I made multiple calls. I called last week. They said, oh, it's going to be sent out very soon. And they offered me a 25% discount code, which at first sounded good until I looked at the fine print, which you should always do. And it said 25% off your next order, excluding new releases and pre-orders. All I buy from them is new releases. And so how they handle my request on why are my books 1 and 2 weeks late for respectively, their answer was, buy some back issues from us for 25% off. And that's just, the thing I realized about Midtown Comics is a store that size. I am a very regular buyer, as you know. I buy a very good amount of comic books each week, each month. I would estimate that at a minimum, I spend $200 a month on new comic books, at a minimum. And despite that, to a place as big as Midtown Comics, I am no more than just a number. They can take or leave my business, so I am going to be taking leave of their business and checking out Packrat Comics for a while to see what their weekly service is like. I have bought items individually from them in the past and have been very, very happy with the shipping, the speed, the quality of the materials, and the way that the materials are packed and shipped. And right now I am using their full box service, which I have to admit is a little bit trickier and a little bit harder of an interface to use than Midtown Comics. But I will say that the way that they make the experience easier is that if you have any questions or concerns or anything, you can call up the store and always be greeted by a friendly voice that is more than willing to help you and get you set up. They've helped me set up my pull box, my list of books that I'm going to be purchasing. I should be getting my first invoice tonight to get that paid and sent out to me. And I'll be receiving this week's comic books this week. Possibly before the last 2 weeks' comic books I'm still waiting on. I even called Midtown Comics again today, and there was just nothing, they had nothing for me. Their excuse was, well, our shipping was delayed. I'm like, okay, yes, that's obvious. But what does that say? Where are my books? Well, they will be shipped. And, I always try to give you factual information, so I will say that I will give you the upsides and downsides. The upside of Midtown Comics is, 1, if you need something, you don't generally have to put it on a pull list. They're going to have it in great supply. You can go, you can get it, and 2, they have an easy interface on the internet. Easy to work with website. 3, they give you a discount on new books. If a book is marked at like $4.99, you can get it from there for like 40 cents less. And so also the shipping and packing are secure and safe, but I would say it's industry standard, so that's really a wash when you compare it to other places. But the downside is if you buy one comic book or 100, they don't care about you as an individual. It's very hard to get a hold of them to rectify the situation via email or phone. And when they do offer you something, the discount code they gave me, like I said, was for back issues, and it expires in a matter of weeks. And so it wasn't really, I truly believe it wasn't meant as any type of apology or restitution or encouragement to shop again. It was something that they were hoping that I just would forget to use in time. And like I said, Packrat Comic Service, when you go to packratcomics.com, every experience I've had with them has been top notch, and you will get to see my experience as I do my unboxings from them. We still have 2 unboxings to go from Midtown Comics, but I have placed my last order with them. That order that I am still waiting on, it should have been here already. But after that, we're going to be hopefully sticking with Packrat Comics for the long haul. And, I'm going to continue to check out different comic book shops to let you know what you can expect from them. Because the whole point of this channel is to be a resource to point you in the direction where you can get comic books at a great price and great quality and have a good shopping experience. And this change in the shipping and the priorities of Midtown Comics, it came out of nowhere. I'm disappointed with how customer service has handled it, how I'm in completely the dark about what's going on. I have over $100-something worth of books that are theoretically somewhere between Wyoming and New York, or maybe still in New York. And I'm just done with those guys. So let me know in the comments, who do you guys like? Where do you guys get your books from if you shop online? Or you could even shout out your local store in the comments. I'd love to hear about it, love to see it, and try them out. If you would like to contribute to the growth of this channel, you can buy me a coffee with the QR code on the screen. But most importantly, liking, watching, and subscribing is more than enough. Needless to say, this has affected my content. There hasn't been any new comic book reviews. I've done some retro reviews and some trade paperback reviews that I've been reading. Always reading, always catching up. I have more than enough books to keep me going. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough to talk about to do videos, so I may try a different type of content to get me through until I get those new books. But irregardless, we have a action figure unboxing uploaded and ready to go on Thursday, so that's going to be as normal for at least the next 2 Thursdays. And then we're going to have a bunch of new comic book material for you guys on the channel. So I'll see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. And check out my friends at PackratComics.com. And if you're on the West Coast, check out coffeeandacomic.com out of Huntington Beach. Tell Jeff I said, hey, I'll see you guys next time.